Starting the stream. Starting the stream, it is live. Opening the stream tab as soon as I'm gone live. I've gone live. Okay. This is working. The stream has successfully started, and I think you are already able to see what I'm doing today. Hello, I'm playing Mokemon, yes, Mokemon. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. BD2, good morning. Let's do good again today. Hello? Hello? Huh? Who could that be? Oh, that's Jumpler from yesterday, I think. From the last time we went to the Pokemarket, isn't it? Is Rescue Team Forced Fry here? That's right, huh? Wait, aren't you? Yeah, exactly. Boom, you have the same mind as me. Please help my friend. Please, I need help. That's a little flashback. Forget it, we're not about to work for that. But my friend needs a gust of wind, please. And that's the story behind its appearance here, the Jumpluff right here. I remember now, Jumpluff, we saw you in Pokemon Square. We watched Shiftry agreeing to take on your rescue job. Yes, but Shiftry, he hasn't come back yet. From the rescue mission. Are you serious? Our friend Jumpluff got wedged between some rocks. We Jumpluff can go anywhere if we can catch a wind, but even though the skies are filled with thunderclouds, for some odd reason the winds haven't blown. Thunderclouds, interesting. Not even a breeze? It is strange. That is indeed strange, Boom. Shiftry's leafy fans can whip up powerful winds. We thought Shiftry's wind would be able to dislodge our friend, but Shiftry hasn't returned? It doesn't sound like all that challenging of a rescue mission. It is strange. Interesting. 1 second. Okay. Oh, what's that? That's the spirit, BD2. That's the spirit. Your expression tells me you're ready. You are ready. Okay, then we'll go look for them. Really? Thank you very much. No problem, you can count on us. Let's go, BD2. So, with that out of the way, the last audio test, and we will actually start in all honesty. Okay, it sounds good. If anything else is going on, just tell me in the stream chat. And yeah. Welcome to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Of course, we are not directly going to go over to Jumpluff. First of all, we have to do some item storaging. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Also, why did we only have so few items? That's weird. Maybe I didn't really pack in a lot of items. But if you remember, at least I remember, I'm not sure if I said that yesterday, but I am going to do something very special for this day. I am going to go down here, right here, and I'm going to do the Makuhita Dojo. This is the Makuhita Dojo. Through rigorous training, one begets true power. Where do you wish to train? And this is the options I have. All those amaze training things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think in total there's around 30 mazes here that you can get. Currently we only have those 10. So we will just go in here to see what it's like. I think I'm going to do all 10 today. They are actually pretty easy. So we are in B1F. Every maze has exactly 10 different levels. This is the first one, so we will go to the second floor and the third floor. Yeah. All the Pokemon that appear in those floors are type themed, and you cannot tame or befriend any of the Pokemon you find here, because they are training Pokemon. They are training Pokemon that were basically hired to help us train. I think that's the law behind this. I don't have any idea how wealthy Makuhita is to be able to do this, but okay. I mean, if he has the money, why not? If you finish every single one of the training courses, I think you will get a reward, but it does take a little bit of a while until you are at that point. Smoke screen, that's a good idea, Boom. Another smoke screen. I think we have to change something, but I'm not able to do so because if you're asleep you can't even open the menu. So first of all, I'm going to open up the tackle menu option and I'm going to Thunder Shock this Poliwag, and we have finished this part. This training course, or training courses in general, are very good options for leveling. I used leveling, so I know what I'm talking about. Those Poliwag have, I think, water absorber or something. They are able to heal themselves if someone hits them with a water move, which is very strong. So yeah, but I am Thunder type, so I have some advantage against them. Boom is a Fire type, so yeah, but still, it's working out. So yeah, yes, this is Makuhita Dojo. Do you want to continue training, little one? We are going to go into our next course, the Grass Maze. And we have a Sunkern, right? Sunkern, yes. Also, your HP, they will refill themselves after you re-enter a dungeon. I think that is mostly obvious, but I just thought I should mention that right here. Better mention it here than later. In the meantime, I actually made some changes to my YouTube channel. I changed the banner of the YouTube channel and my profile picture. Before it was black. My profile picture was solely black. And I think the other thing, the banner, I think I didn't have a banner, or I had a one-colored banner or something. Now I have something a little more fitting, where I tried imitating the style of a Yu-Gi-Oh card, and the banner will display my effects. I found it pretty funny how I designed it, so yeah. I mean, I would call it a design. It took a few hours, yeah. So yeah. And the idea behind that profile picture was I got this idea. I mean, you in the Twitch thing, you won't see that until you go over to the YouTube thing. But I'm talking about, I'm still talking about that now. I got the idea for the profile picture in YouTube from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's an anime that I saw just, I think yesterday I finished it. And I liked the design of a few specific eye scenes. Eye as in the thing that you are able to see with. Hello? Oh, okay, now it's okay. And yeah. First of all, Fullmetal Alchemist, 6 out of 10. No. No. I first Brotherhood, not the normal one. I'm talking about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. 6 out of 10 if 6.5. I'll go as far as to say 6.5. Nothing more. Why? First of all, the beginning animations are trashy of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. So that's important. In an example for trashy animations, for me, is always Helsing Ultimate, I think that's what it's called. The last episode. You completely trash around with animation. You have still frames and unmoving characters. You also have just badly drawn things. The animators or the production team try to make it look very comedic at times. And those little VFX, I think you call them, you try to give a sense of distance between the viewer and the actual scene, so it has a distancing effect for them, which also has some positive effects on the story normally, but they completely went overboard with that, and yeah. In the later parts of the anime, that got really, it got better a lot. Back in the first episode, there were a lot of still frames, and I was really, bothered by it. Actually, I already tried watching this anime once before, but I couldn't because of those goddamn still frames. They were so badly placed. I mean, it just felt like a very low budget production. I didn't have any feeling of, yeah, this is good. No. And later, also the animation, of course, with time, it actually upgrades a lot. I saw a lot of potential once it got going. The story also is pretty good, in all honesty. I think the story was really good once it got rolling, but when I say really good, I don't mean anything that's above lower tier good. I think it's not aged as good as it could have, just because yeah, it's just a story. Yeah, there were interesting parts with the 7 deadly sins and the eye, the god, and the ending was also pretty satisfying, I'm not going to lie. But there were a lot of times where I just didn't feel... It felt too old. I think maybe if I hadn't... my fair decision would be if I had seen this as a kid, I would rate it higher. I think I would rate it an 8, maybe even a 9. But right now I have to say... no. Right now I have to say no. It wasn't good enough. Also the fact that they played with scientific terms, the chemical table, everything, that's alright and so, but it just felt a little... Sometimes it felt a little forced to some degree. For the example that I'm thinking about, which I also found interesting but also a little forced, was when Edward Eric got a little shy and embarrassed because of something like a confession about his soon-to-be girlfriend, and at that point in time, he just recited the entire elemental table of chemics, beginning from hydrogen to all the way up to I don't know how far he got. I didn't follow as hard on that one, but that's a little, yeah. I mean, that's a very bad representation of someone that's a little introverted. Introverted doesn't mean knowledgeable, and of course I get the reference. He's a state alchemist, so he has to have the basics down. He has to know a lot about that, and that's why he should be able to do that. But in this situation, everything it was just a little bit misplaced, in my opinion. I think that's the best way of putting it. Yeah, and I have to kill this. Uh-oh. I think I will have to go for Thunder Wave. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes, yes, alchemists have to be smart because it is a state. Alchemists have to be smart because they are funded by the state, so they have to have some amount of knowledge about the topic they are doing. But also the things like the thing with the dog and the child. I think if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If not, it's better that way. I found it a little... yes, I found it good for the world building. In the sense of how can people go that far. Yes, that's also a part of things that can happen. But especially, I never had the feeling that scientists or science itself got a positive representation in the anime, really. Okay, it's had some moments where yes, science was positively represented, but at the same time it was a very, maybe altruistic. It's a very weird way of going to science. It was like, you doing science because... I mean, they tried mixing science with religion, in my opinion. In alchemy, that also has something to do with alchemy, so it was confusing. An interesting way of tackling the subject of alchemy. So yeah, I would say my as a resume on that, Fullmetal Alchemist did a lot of things right, a lot of things are outdated, and a lot of things were very interesting when I first saw them. I think that about sums it up, right? Okay, and we finish the rock part, rock, maze, whatever. Okay, yeah, that was a long anime discussion. And since we are on the topic of anime discussion, now I will tell you why, I have to think about something, right? Why Goblin Slayer is better than Fullmetal... Sorry, no, I won't go that far. No. But, Apart from the first episode, Goblin Slayer was somewhat interesting to watch. Apart from the first 3 episodes, to be more specific. Yes, it was sometimes a little too violent, but it had some interesting parts to it. Specifically the music. Yeah, but no, I think Full Metal Alchemist really isn't bad. I would say it would be in my top 30. Maybe, yeah, 30 is okay. 40. Okay, you know what? First of all, I will give it a little bit of a rank up in my rating. I said it was a 6.5. I'm a little biased and I don't think it's a 6.5. Maybe it's a 7.5. That's a fair rating, in my opinion. It will still be in the top 30 of my favorite anime, maybe even, yeah, the top 30. Yeah, that's a fair rating. Other things that I like more, and that is specifically because it's my taste, not because the series is good. One example would be Devil May Cry, the anime. Yes, there's an anime about Devil May Cry. If you know the game Devil May Cry, there's an anime that specifically focuses on one adventure about Dante. And yes, first of all, I did not play the game, so I have no idea how accurate it is towards the game, or if it's a side story of the game, how it was represented. But I liked it a lot. Not because of anything very special, it was just very edgy. And I like edgy shows. There was a SWAT character, it was great music, a funny humoristic stuff. The intro was pretty nice. It was only instrumental, there were no vocals, which I personally liked, to be honest. It was pretty short, the intro, which I also liked to some degree. And the stories were like, yeah, it had a very good vibe to me. I liked it more than Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, not because it's better, just because it's more so my kind of thing. There is no real story that's behind everything, it's just my thing. It's just my thing. Another anime that I liked a lot, this is a top 10 anime for me, is Hajime no Ippo, or the boxing Ippo does, or something like that in the German, in the English words. It is a boxing anime, kind of, for now it's a boxing anime, I think that's the most accurate representation. And you have to think, it's just a very exciting lookout into our perspective into boxing. Everything was more dynamic than in actual boxing. Everything was really exciting, from the music, from the lighting, from the punches. Everything felt heavy, fast. Everything felt like everything. Anything felt like everything. I think that's the most accurate description. And the thing is, especially in the later parts, the animation were really good, the animation style and everything, but also more so in the manga than the anime, but also sometimes to some degree in the anime, a few deep topics were tackled, like mobbing. Yeah. Or the thing, what does it mean to be strong? It's a little bit in the anime. It's a little bit, yeah, it's a little over the top, and I don't like it at all, at 100%. But I still think it had some good values that it showed off, or that it gave to the viewers. So I think it was okay. But still, it was just, when I watched it, I was really into it, into the full boxing thing. And no, I didn't start boxing myself then after that, but still. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, that was really close. Come on, Thundershock it. Okay. This was way closer than I thought it would be. That's not good. That's really not good. We will talk after I'm done healing myself a little bit. Oh no. Okay, how do I think this. Okay. Thundershock, please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Please don't. Okay. Okay, and okay, come on. Boom. You have to beat him. Ember. Okay. Whew. That's way too close. That's way too close. Come on, relax. You have the upper hand. You are the center of everything. Okay, I'm joking. Floor 2. I will regenerate a little bit, and let's go to the next floor. This is floor 2. After we finish with this dungeon, I'm going to talk about anime again, because I like talking about anime. I think this is the perfect place. Oh, come on, tackle. Okay. Hypnosis. This means I will go down here and proceed. Okay, we are almost finished with this anime. I'm still quick attack. So, Hajime no Ippo, I think we can talk about it now. A boxing anime. Oh, okay. Quick attack. It has very good animation. It has likable characters at some points. Sometimes it's not they are not likable. It depends on the point in time we are looking at. We won actually, perfect. And it's a fun watch all around. Yeah. And very epic scenes against Sawamura or Brian Hawk. Cool. This is the third time that I pressed this button, and 2 times out of 3 it wasn't on purpose. Okay, whatever. Another one that I really like was... I know there's an anime that I really like. There are a lot of animes that I really like. Hunter x Hunter. I call it Hunter x Hunter because I want to trigger people. Hunter x Hunter, it's written with a hunter, then an X, and then a hunter again. So I call it Hunter x Hunter, just because, yeah, there are people that really get triggered when I say that. So, I like the show a lot. It might be top 5. Sometimes it's even top 1. I really like the show. And it's a very long show. The first few, and by few I mean so 30 episodes or so, are not very good in my opinion. If you know the show, it's the climbing with the Hunter exam arc, which I did not like. Maybe I should talk about if someone doesn't know the show. Hunter x Hunter is a show about a boy whose father is a hunter. He left him when he was very little. I think his mother died in a car crash or something. And he was raised by his aunt. So his aunt was very... his aunt didn't like his father. His father is called Jing, by the way. So, yeah, there were a lot of conflicts between him, who wanted to see his father through some special means, we'll talk about that later, and her. He wanted to see his father by becoming a hunter, so he wanted to become a hunter, then he wanted to see his father by traveling around the world and finding him. Oh, we learned a few new moves. Wait a second. Double team. You know what? Tail whip, I don't care for you. Yep, okay. So he wanted to become a hunter. He was eventually able to convince his aunt to let him do that. Then the hunter exam started. There were some good parts. Hisoka was really fun. But all in all, yeah, it was a very building up like arc. And its demographic was more so a younger demographic, younger than nowadays. Then the next arc was where the Killua arc, I'll just call it. Again, if you didn't see the show, you should see the show. If you didn't see the show, you should see the show, yes. But yeah, this arc was really interesting in the sense that we got to learn more about Killua as a character. It was a lot darker than the last one, but it also still had the childish feeling from the first arc, which I didn't like. I thought the strength of this show was its darkness and not its looking really fun and all. So yeah. The next arc after that was the first really good arc in my opinion. It's the arc with the tower, climbing the tower. It's basically a big tournament arc. In that arc there were new mechanics introduced, like the JoJo stance. It's the power of Nen. So that was a very intricately made power. That's what people say. I think it's pretty alright, but it's not all that complicated in all honesty. I don't know what people want to say after that. Yes, it's very open and free and flexible, but still, that doesn't mean it's all that impressive. Yes, it's good. Okay, sorry. The point is, this arc was really fun. It was fun to see the build up and everything. Oh, I'm talking about the 2011 version right now. The 1999 version I'm talking about later. So yeah, it was, until then, my favorite arc, a very fun watch. Then we came to the... What arc came next? The York New arc. it was a pretty alright arc. I didn't like it as much as the arc with the tournament, I think, yeah. The Yorknew arc had one really good fight in my opinion. It's one with Kurapika and Wogin. If you know what I'm talking about, you know it. If not, don't let yourself get spoiled. So yeah, and there were a lot of hype moments in that arc, but still not my favorite. I get why people like it. Not my favorite. Not lastly, next there would be the Greed Island arc. Really nice arc. It's basically an isekai arc, and I like isekai. I mean, I like isekai if they are done good, and this was done very well. It had the real game-like feeling because it was a game. It had a free feeling. It just had everything that I like it to see. Nice show, and the volleyball fight. Is it called volleyball in English? I think so. Dodgeball fight. Yes, I think that's the one. That's what you call it. I liked it a lot. It was really epic, and just the music, everything was really well done. Yeah, that's until then. That's my favorite arc. And then we get to the Chimera arc. Am I forgetting something in between? No, that's basically it. We get to the Chimera arc. We get Kite. We get one of the best fights ever, and I think that's my favorite arc in the anime. And then we get to the arc that's in the manga, which again I won't spoil for you. I liked this arc more than it's on the same level as the Chimera Ant arc. I think Greed Island isn't my favorite. My favorite arc would be the Chimera Ant arc, and after that there would be the the next arc that's in the manga, and that's where I'm currently at because the author is on a hiatus again. But yeah, that's a summary of the Hunter x Hunter 2011 anime. It has a lot of positive things. In my opinion, it did a lot of things right. I heard the criticism that this anime had a lot of slow pacing and pacing problems, and I definitely see where this is coming from. At some points it really had things where the narrator talked a lot. Some people don't like that, I liked it, but yeah, I get why people don't like it. And yeah, I mean, it's still one of my favorite anime of all time, but still, I get the problems. To be honest, and that's just my own opinion, in the 1999 version of Hunter x Hunter, which didn't have the Chimera Ant arc, there were a lot of things. Should I do this one? You know what, I'm going to skip this part. I'm just not going to talk about that. I'm talking about the anime, I'm not going to talk about what's going on screen. So in the Chimera Ant, it didn't have the Chimera Ant arc, but it did a lot of things better than the 2011 version in other parts of it. I personally thought the character design was a little better because Gong, the main character, didn't look as young. He didn't look like a mini child, but he looked like a teenager, or somewhat like a teenager, if you know what I'm talking about. Also, Killua looked more adult. Leorio looked also adult-like, but you know, that's his problem. Yeah, the character design was a lot better. Of course, the art style, I personally liked the Nen part of the 1999 version better, because in that version, the characters had a different aura around them, or ki, if you... just to quickly explain a small part of the Nen thing, normally every person has an aura, living things as well as non-living things to some degree, and it's a lot like when in it's not a lot like it, but when in Dragon Ball people power up and you see that red haze or blue haze around them, you have that in the 99 version to some degree too. And this haze is differently colored for different people. Some people have a purple haze, some have... I think Gong has a brown haze, light brown haze, yeah. I like that that little add-on on top of that, this coloring is one thing that's really important for an anime, that it plays with colors, because the manga it's a manga adaptation, and the manga doesn't have the option of using too many colors. At least if they are, most mangas don't have that. So I think it's important to note that it's great if you play with colors. Of course, the 2011 version didn't do that in every situation. At least in the end parts of the Chimera Arc, they did play with colors in the special attacks, I think. Wait, I think they already did that in Greed Island to some degree. But the point is, the 1999 version already had colors from the beginning, at least from what I remember. And the 2011 version had a white haze for everyone, basically. I get the problems. Farfetch, come on, come into the team. You are a team member. Nickname. Yes. Okay. Okay, that's the perfect nickname. I am too lazy. So yeah, 2011, 99 had a lot of things done better in my opinion, or it just had more time to do things, since it was a version where you didn't have as many episodes to use. In the 2011 version, you also wanted to put in the things with, with the Chimera, and the 1999 version only had to worry about 4 arcs instead of 5. I don't know if it's 4, I forgot already how many it was, but still, there's a difference in quantity, so there's of course, or not of course, but there is also a difference in quality to some degree. Yeah. Also, I found some things interesting, how they projected Hisoka in some situations. I don't know which one it was, but I think in one of the anime, I had the feeling that they projected, they gave Hisoka a way worse image than in the other one. I don't know which one it was. I think, and this is just me thinking, that the this is just from memory, that the 2011 version had Hisoka more like a normal human than the 1999 version, where he really had some really bad scenes, if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, that's completely fine. If you know, come on. Did you know that bungee gum has both the properties of rubber and gum? I thought so. If you didn't, now you know. You don't have to understand what I just said. It's just some kind of a meme, basically. Yeah. So Hunter x Hunter is one of my favorite anime of all time. Yeah. One Punch Man was also a contender for the best anime. I had it as my favorite anime for a long time. And then there was no season 2 for a few years. Then there was season 2 and, season 2. And yeah, it's still a great anime, and I really like the first 12 episodes. I think there's a lot of lost potential in this second season. It's not bad from the content. The contents of it were great. Garo was great. Some tracks were pretty memorable. I like the Garo track a lot. Some animations were alright. I didn't like that they painted Saitama. They changed his design a little bit, and they changed it in ways that I personally didn't like all that much. Sometimes I liked it, sometimes I didn't. So yeah. And the scene, this is a very specific one. The scene where Genos. Wait a second. The scene where Genos is using or getting up after while fighting Garo. You might know the scene. It looks very janky. I think that's to be expected of a scene has this style, but still I found it really weird at first. And I think it didn't fit into the show in my opinion. But okay. Yeah. Now this Farfetch grew to level 11. It learned what? Wait a second. It learned what? But I also read the One Punch Man. Wait a second. I read this One Punch Man manga, and I read the webcomic. I think I'm up to date with one of them, with a webcomic, not with a manga. And it's surprising how good of a storytelling, or from a contents, talking about the contents, the author one of a webcomic, and Murata, yes, Yusuke Murata, I think, it's the designer of a manga, how they make a great storytelling, but also great arts. I think if you saw the One Punch Man art in the manga, specifically the manga, it looked great. And the webcomic, although it didn't have a lot of the art advantages that the manga has, because Murata is a very talented person when it comes to drawing. It also has its own appeal, and at some points I like the art in the manga really a lot. Specifically in the fight. Am I allowed to spoil right now? There is one fight that is coming up. No spoilers. I'm trying to say no spoilers, but in one fight that is coming up, I would say if we got an anime season 3, and then maybe at the end of season 3 or maybe in the middle of season 4. I think that's where the fight is that I'm talking about. It's really hard for me to say, since I think it would be in season 3 in my opinion. But yeah, I think that fight looked really good in the anime, in the webcomic. I don't know how it will look in the manga. I'm really nervous to see what it will look like in there. So yeah, but it looked great in my opinion. Gara, that person that one of the people that fought in the fight, really had a great design. Oh, we have to talk about one thing. About Garo in season 2 of One Punch Man, his coloring. After he changed a little bit, he changed his hair color. I did not like the change of his hair color. I think it was fine how it was with white, or at the very least red was the wrong decision. Also, one red eye, I think it wasn't my kind of thing. I would have done a different design, maybe black, maybe black. I'm talking about his hair. The eye I wouldn't have even changed. So yeah, but okay. I'll have to read this one. It's going to be exciting. Isn't this the place where Jumpluff's friend is supposed to be? Oh hey, we came for you. Are you alright? Yes, I'm fine, but great. Your friend is waiting for you. Shiftry is in the back. Huh, Shiftry? Why is he still here? Let's go. And this is Shiftry. Listen, are you okay? Snap out of it. Forget about me. Get away from here. Get away? Da-da-da. What's going on? Why did it turn pitch black? It's coming. Move aside, you. Did you see that? That's a yellow spark. He dared to disturb my sleep. I have no mercy for medalists, and that includes you. That's something. Oh, what is this? Yeah, it's Zapdos, the legendary Pokemon. I am Zapdos, the embodiment of lightning. If you wish to save Shiftry, then scale Mount Thunder. Yeah. Zapdos? So that's the legendary monster. Okay. Wait, we're not finished. Yay, saved. I'm so happy. But even though I'm safe, Shiftry is in trouble. Please tell us what happened. Yes. Shiftry whipped up winds with his fans and released me from between the rocks, but those winds tore a thundercloud in two, and that was when that monster appeared in the sky. That monster, it said it was Zapdos. Did you say Zapdos? It's the Alakazam, Charizard, and Tyranitar. Zapdos. It's one of the legendary bird Pokemon. I heard it had been sleeping for a long time. So Shiftry woke it up? No. Shiftry's winds were only the trigger. To begin with, the absence of winds there was unnatural. It must have been caused by the rash of natural disasters recently. Zapdos is enraged from having been awoken from its sleep. Shiftry must be saved, But Zapdos won't be easy. Its electric attacks are wicked nasty. Why are you saying that, Tyranitar? Aren't you ground type? You should have the least problems out of the team against that Pokemon. But okay, I know that. We will need to be cautious. We'll go help Shiftry. What? This is dangerous. Zapdos is powerful. It will be too much for your skill level. Hey, we're not that weak. Besides, Zapdos doesn't scare us. Right, BD2? Ow, my stomach! Ow. No problem, BD2 always does this act. It's always a fake stomach ache. It bugs me. If you didn't see this, but he also did that one. We want to have Shiftry. Boom also tried doing the stomach thing with a Jumpluff when he heard that there was a monster in the cave. Knowing how strong your opponent is, we have no choice but to be cautious, but it's so completely okay, just go there. You aren't even fully evolved, but completely fine. Yes, we are all getting excited for our death. Great. And yes, we got a Farfetch'd, and that's nice. We will talk about anime soon enough, or I will talk about that. I have no idea how fun that is to hear about you, but it is a topic that I'm passionate about. So, first of all, I'm going to make a cut here and hope you YouTube viewers are enjoying that. Hello YouTube, bye YouTube, goodbye, and have a nice day.